Hola Bafetu, it is your big homie Palo. Ari bueng ka business le Spane Bafetu. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways on how to become one of the best in the industry that you work in. Alright, I know a lot of people are feeling stuck in the careers that they're in. Some people even feel like giving up. When you hit that point where you feel like you've just hit the ceiling and you don't want anything to do with your job anymore, how about trying maybe to become one of the best in the industry that you work in? This is very crucial when it comes to building yourself and building the people around you. So if you are one of the best in an industry that you work in, then obviously you become known for what you do, and your network grows. And I'm just gonna break down just the fundamental things that one would require to become one of the best. So the first one is going the extra mile. Okay. A lot of people work, do their job, finish it, and that is it. And that's where the problem is. After doing your job, you're supposed to check, is there anything extra that I can do to make my next job easier? Is there anything extra that I can do to assist other people? Is there anything extra I can do to sort of improve the work that I've already done? And I think that's also important, like seeing your work and improving it. Yeah, I know some people might be thinking, but now I don't want to work more than what I'm paid for. When you put in extra effort without getting paid, that's you paying yourself later, because now you're going to be more experienced, now you're going to be more competent, and you can actually ask for more for your job or for your work. Always go the extra mile. Before a project starts, after a project ends, be there. During the project, you must be there, like always at all times. But before and after, be there, just to make sure that you pick up things that you might not have picked up. And after the project, it's just to ensure that, hey, okay, this is how we did this. These things are important, guys. I swear they're important in business and in the workplace. Number 2 is learn to love the process. By this, I mean that whatever job you're doing, whatever business you're pushing, love what you're doing. Personally, this has also worked for me. Ever since I started my job, it's been something that I love. There are times when things really, really are rough, but you learn to love the process, and over time, it becomes a part of you. All right. You know how some people say something is an acquired taste, right? Where you have to sort of repeatedly do one thing over and over up until you like it, like black coffee without sugar, for example, right? So treat your job like black coffee without sugar. Over time, you're gonna end up enjoying it without having to force yourself to enjoy it. All right, and you will genuinely enjoy it. It's not a matter of, oh no, I'm just gonna act like it's nice. No, no, no. You genuinely are gonna enjoy it the way you would with coffee. All right. So you have to fall in love with the process of what is being done, and just how things go about in your job. So another example that I might have is when it comes to art. I also do draw sometimes, but real artists who are professionals will tell you that the best part about their job is the actual drawing, not people seeing your art on the wall and calling it the best they've seen and wanting to buy it for certain amounts and whatnot. No, no, no. For them, the best part is the actual drawing. And you can already imagine, if everyone really loved their jobs, we'd have a lot of integrity. We'd have people who are competent all over the show, you know. So yeah, love the process. And another thing that I noticed that the newer generations don't like is, patience. They don't like being patient. They don't want to be patient for things. They want things to come quickly. Like even in a career, someone just wants to run up a ladder, whereas things take time. Everything takes time. And in order for us to tolerate the time, we need to have some sort of love for what we do. Because if you hate what you're doing, you can't sustain, that job for a long time, because you hate it more than anything. But because you need it, you'll be there hating it, not loving the actual process of getting through the day. And you don't become competent. Everyone doesn't like, your output. So yes, loving the process is important. I would definitely recommend forcing yourself. It's hard at first, but over time, you'll end up enjoying yourself. So how does one force themselves to love what they do, even if they don't? In the workplace, have a sense of urgency and a sense of wanting to finish things correctly. All right. If you pride yourself in quickness and correctness, then nothing can go wrong. You can become robotic in what you're doing in such a way that, it becomes a part of you. Start loving it. And then people who are working with you will love your output. All right. Which now puts us on the third point, which is networking. Build strong relationships. We live in a country where being resourceful is important, and for one to be resourceful, they need to have a good network. When you build these relationships within your workspace or within your business, then your network grows, meaning that you'll get more business and opportunities in the field that you are in. All right, so it's very important to build strong relationships with people in your field. The reason why I say this is because, guys, have you ever known of anyone who is resourceful but doesn't have a good network? There's no such thing. We are people with izandla zakhe zana. That's a Zulu proverb that says izandla zakhe zana, meaning the hands wash each other. For one hand to be clean, the other one needs to assist. So the same works with everything in life, especially when it comes to our careers and businesses. We need to help each other. And for us to help each other, we need to have a network and communicate with people and build relationships. Ensure that you build relationships with people and give in as much as you expect to get out of it. I'm not saying that everyone you help needs to help you back, and you need to ensure that each and every debt is paid for in terms of linking people up and whatnot. No. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that put in the effort that you expect to get out. So if you are getting into a network, maybe a group of gents who are pushing a new business and whatnot, don't slack and just say, no, these are my guys, we have a relationship, so we are just gonna push. I'm gonna put in less effort, they're gonna push, but we are one. No, it doesn't work like that. Also put in effort in the relationships that you are building. And the core driver of good relationships is networking. Network. Number 4 is to stay curious even off the clock. Guys, I remember there was a guy who would work for hours and hours. So he had a mentor, right? And this dude would work for hours and hours after we've knocked off, And I only realized as I was getting into an intermediate level and moving into a bit of a senior level in development, I realized that the guy's mentor was actually teaching this guy to go the extra mile. This is a part of the extra mile. So he was teaching him to go the extra mile so that he can still have love for what he's doing and stay curious for what he's doing. If you're curious about something, you are going to want to investigate and see what's going on. So dude used to really push late. And that sort of assisted him to become a better developer. This dude was already past the junior stage and fully into an intermediate role in his early 20s. How did he do that? By staying curious and staying the long hours. And his mentor picked that up. And that's why he actually implemented it from how I saw it, So if you are curious, guys, you can't go anywhere without curiosity when it comes to becoming one of the best. I say this because a lot of research has shown that children who are smarter tend to be curious. This whole thing is flipped around, where when you are curious, you actually become smarter because you get to learn more things. It makes you want to learn more. It makes you engage more. It makes you network more. These things are all interlinked. Just stay curious. When new things come out, new information comes out, read on it. Just get a better overview, bird's eye view of the field that you're in so that you understand it a lot better. And last but not least, let your work speak for itself. It's more about the value that you put in more than anything. Your level of productivity. Your level of productivity is the most important to become one of the best, because at the end of the day, how do you become one of the best? By delivering more. It's a mixture of a lot of things when it comes to your work speaking for itself. When you let your work speak for itself, you are able to then go and network, because you can't now network with with subpar work and think that just because I'm networking then all is good. No, let your work speak for itself. When you present your work, when you present projects that you've done, when you present business that you've done with people, ensure that it's something that is legit. That's another thing. Integrity. Just make sure that your integrity is on point, but come with things that exist, come with things that are real, so that your networking is genuine. Guys, when we spoke about networking earlier, doesn't mean that because you are networking with people, you don't have to lift a finger. You are within. No. You have to put in some effort. People need to see that, oh, this guy, we know him for project A, B, C. He did this and that, and he won that award. Or he moved that way, he shifted this field, he did that. So that's how you literally, let your work speak for itself. So we can't speak over something that we don't know of, So when we're networking, we make sure that, hey guys, this person's work is as expected. When it comes to letting your work speak for itself, it's all about value, guys. It's all about value. It's all about input versus output, and that will show, your level of competence. So, guys, I know some of these things sound a bit repetitive, and I'm talking about the same things over and over again. But guys, that's how it is. As much as whoever's watching this can be motivated, I also motivate myself through talking about these things. I also learn from some of these things, because before I come through with the video, I'll just jot down some points on what I'm gonna address and whatnot. And there are times when I actually see that, oh, okay, no, I need to fix this, but I can't talk about it before going back and fixing it. I always make sure that by the time I come here, I know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's something that I've witnessed and experienced. So, and what I do know more than anything is that for you to become one of the best, you need to do these 5 things. I also consider myself one of the best in the industry that I currently work in. I've been in my industry for about 12 years now. I have a lot of love for it. And I'll probably retire doing the same thing. That's what I think is gonna happen. So yeah, guys, these are some personal experiences. These are also lessons to me, not only to anyone who's watching. And as I always say, guys, knowledge is a powerful weapon. Arm yourself. Thanks for watching.